Come on, set.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. And his first look is incomplete. This game, the ninth that the Jags have played here in London. You might know that Shad Khan, he's the owner of both the Jaguars and Fulham in the English Premier League on the soccer side of things. And this is the third of 3 London games the NFL will play this year. But there is one more game to come over on the continent. The Seahawks and Bucks from Munich, Germany. The first time a regular season game will be played there. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This defense for the Broncos, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And Lance going to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side, sent the tight end a few steps down the field, and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Lands with a tap forward on the jet sweep. The Jaguars sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they will run it with Davis Price. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run with Davis Price. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second down and goal. Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. they can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Throwing to start the drive. Strong. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Strong. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Lance on the bootleg. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Lance. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Operating from the gun, Strong. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Davis-Price will try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 51 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. And some room to maneuver. A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 25 on second down, Lance. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports, because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school, didn't have the opportunity to get him. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to his former level.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
To throw on second down. Strong. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. Looking to throw. Strong. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gets it out wide to Davis Price. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Robinson will try to pick it up. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Patterson's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, Strong. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Strong. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
38.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
52. 10 cycles.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Hamler now on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry, and now points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they get a little restless too.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down. Strong. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Lance with a tap forward on a jet sweep. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Milton Williams coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Strong. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Milton Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3 quarters have come and gone. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Davis-Price on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Shot, 17.
Give to Davis-Price up the middle here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Right, 97. Ready?
1st down, and they go right back to Davis-Price. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Let's go.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Lance going to sneak it. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Trey Lance, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jaguars have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Phillips now from the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Off play action. Strong. And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On the set. 22 meters. Set.
2nd down, here's Davis Price. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do that, right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Jaguars, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone stallion with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and producers. You got no chance of hanging. And take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
Rhythm hit him, cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, we never turn it down, universal sound, when we hold the pound, take a look around, when we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's, corny, get stuck in the maze, we never suffer fools, had enough of you, false friends and loose ends, make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up, put the dream team together. Now we
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. People the bike and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full amount before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, you know, go.
59! And 31! Down him, go! Down him, go! Finish that! Down him, go! Finish that! Ah! Finish that! 89! Finish that! 24! Down him, go! Hey, we gotta snap it. We gotta snap it. 26! 24! Hey, line up, line up. Hey, 24. Line him, go. Hey, 24. Line him, go. Line him, go. Hey, 24!